important thing in your life? The answer should be your family and friends. When it comes to driving, safety should be the number one thing. Riding a motorcycle, you should always wear a helmet. Everyone knows that when you're in a car, you need to wear your seatbelt. It's the number one thing that keeps you safe. When you ride a motorcycle, you should always wear your helmet because regardless of what happens, it's not going to hurt you. It's always going to help you. There's all sorts of different kinds of helmets. The first one is the full face helmet. That's what this kind is. 35% of injuries occur in the chin area alone. It's the best option of helmet you can have because that way it covers every part of your head regardless of where you get hit. It minimizes the chance of death or injury. According to motorcyclejustice.com, full face helmets are the best because 35% of all strikes happen in the chin area, and this prevents them from causing brain injury. The second type of helmet is the open face helmet. It covers only the ears and it offers no protection to the front of the face. It only covers half of the expected impact points, so it's not nearly as good as the full face helmet. Modular helmets are a mixture of the first two. It covers the whole face like the first one does, but it has a hinged chin so that way it can come up and uncover the face when it's convenient for you. It's better than the open face one, but it's still not the best option because it's not as sturdy if you get in an accident. The half shell helmet has minimal coverage and protection. It's better than not having a helmet, but it's the least safe helmet you can have. And then the motocross helmet is the same as the full face helmet, but it has no face shield. So when people wear them, they just wear goggles, so that way things don't get in their eyes and interfere with their sight. According to motorcycleaccident.org, head injury is a leading cause of death in motorcyclists. Motorcyclist not wearing a helmet is 40% more likely to die than people who do wear helmets. In 2008, 1,829 lives were saved because they were wearing helmets. According to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, more than 80% of all motorcycle crashes result in injury or death. Motorcyclists not wearing helmets are 50% more likely to suffer non-fatal injuries than motorcyclists that do wear helmets. According to SafeRoads.org, helmets are 69% effective in preventing brain injuries and 42% effective in preventing motorcycle deaths. One of the stories that I came across when doing my research was about a man named Scott Pohl. He was driving one night and a minivan didn't see him, so he turned and he didn't see them turn, and he hit the back of the minivan, went through his windshield, and died because of the impact. Doctors said that if he had been wearing a helmet, he would have survived and would have had minimal injuries. Everyone knows that you should wear seatbelts when riding, but nobody really realizes how much they help you. 58% of teens killed in 2011 weren't wearing seatbelts. % of passengers killed in crashes with teens were not buckled in 2011. According to teendriversource.org, seatbelts reduce the risk of death by 45%. Using seatbelts reduces serious injury by deaths by 50%. Adult seatbelt use is the single most effective way to save lives and reduce injuries. So the main point of what I'm trying to tell you guys is basically, regardless of what kind of transportation you use seatbelts whenever in a car because they're not going to hurt you. And when you're on a motorcycle, always wear a helmet because regardless of your crash, helmets are always going to help you and make sure you don't get as injured as you could. Thank you. Make sure. Oh, you don't have to hold it if you don't want to.
I'm holding it.
Oh, okay.
I thought Morgan was great. Could have been a little bit more prepared, but she did great. And less nervous. I think Morgan did a great job. I was interested in the facts that she found.
Oh, okay. I really liked Morgan's speech. I especially liked the story about the minivan and the guy. It really got the point across.
I think she did a good job describing all the different parts, like about the cars and motorcycles, and it was all well-rounded.
I think Morgan did a very good job. Good job, Morgan.
I think Morgan did great. I think she had great facts. I think she looked up a lot of different sources and had pretty good information on both helmets and seatbelts.
Other than not knowing the cards very well, I think she did a really good job.
I think Morgan did a very good job with her facts and speech. I think it would have been a better speech if she was a little less nervous and a little less fidgety.
Morgan, you rock. Morgan's a babe.